Let's move on to main topic number 2. And our second main topic today gets submitted to us by Greg T. And Greg T writes, I read the story that HBO has ordered another season of Westworld. I have to admit I was a little surprised to hear this because I had heard the ratings for the third season weren't all that great, and I personally haven't loved it like I loved the previous 2 seasons. I didn't love the other 2 seasons either myself. But anyway, is this a case that they feel the numbers are still good enough, or a belief that they can get better with season 4? Thanks. All right, thanks for sending that in, man. And yeah, Greg, I got to admit, I was a little bit surprised as well to read the announcement that HBO has indeed greenlit a Westworld Season 4. Now, this report comes to us from Variety, who writes, the series saw a large viewership drop-off in the season's premiere, that's the third season's. According to Nielsen data, the premiere notched 901,000 viewers in live plus same-day viewing, a 57% drop from Season 2's opener. In live stream plus same-day alone, the series is down about 50% in viewership compared to last season. Now, it's also important to understand that, wait a second, less than 1 million viewers? Listen, the overall viewer number was still much higher, but they're saying from live, people who watched it live as a broadcast and then watched it on the same day a little bit later, on the same day, that number was down by half overall, down by half. Even though numbers climbed in viewership over the week, it still was down by half on that initial data. That's not minor. That's not little. So the question does come, do we think this is a situation of they think still, even at half the numbers are good enough? Maybe, because if you're drawing in 7 or 8 million viewers, maybe that's not as many as the 12 million viewers you were getting before. That's still a pretty damn good number. So maybe it's that. And it's also probably a belief that going into season 4, now that the audience has adjusted to the fact that they're not in Westworld anymore, maybe that'll carry them a little bit further. I still thought it was an interesting choice. Now, look, I'm not the biggest fan of the world of Westworld. I tapped out after season 2. I haven't watched season 3, even though the trailer made me interested. And maybe I will check out season 3. Aaron, what do you think about them greenlighting Westworld season 4? Is this a good move for them? Is it a bad move? What do you think about the numbers we're hearing? What do you make of this?
Well, first, I didn't want to do this while you were talking.
Sorry. Oh, thank you for waiting.
So refreshing. Yeah, I am totally confused by this, to be honest, because we've talked about how I loved season 1. I was all in every bit of it. And even season 2, I was like, okay, I'm still in it. I like it. Not as much in love as I was in season 1, but I'm still in. I'm so excited. Season 3, I have wanted to love it, and I just don't. I don't. Every Sunday, Tom and I tune in because we're like, maybe this will be the episode that changes our minds. You know, we're like those people that just stick around in a really shitty relationship. We're not really getting anything out of it, but, you know, it's comfortable, and we really remember the good times, so we're hoping maybe we'll get back there. The thing that I was thinking about this last night of what is it that makes me just not as excited about the season. And, you know, I like complicated stories. I like stories that are really deep and have multiple layers. But there's a big difference but a fine line, if that makes sense. Big difference, but a fine line between complicated and convoluted.
Yeah.
And that's what I think this season is. You know, the first season, what I loved was it was very clear. You had the good guys and you had the white guys. And when they first walked down the hall and she goes, which hat would you like? The white hat or the black hat? And that moment when you see him halfway through the season pick up the black hat and put it on, you're like, oh my God. There's so many beautiful moments that are complicated, but they have a really simple message. And now this season is just like, it's all over the place. Also in the first season, and even in the second season as well, when they were in Westworld, the action was like horses galloping across the land. And, you know, it was a different kind of action. Now, because they're in this futuristic world that we quite frankly see a lot of in a lot of other projects, you know, oh my God, it's future Los Angeles. Never seen that done before. It kind of becomes a lot of the same old that we see in other shows. And so I just, it's kind of exhausting. I really want to keep this relationship going, but unless things get back to the way that they were when Westworld was courting me for my love, I just think that I might have to go on a break.
Question here is, guys, what do you think about the decision? I was a little bit surprised given the numbers, but maybe you're not. Hey, maybe you're somebody who's loving season 3. I know there are many people who do. What do you think about this announcement? Jump down into the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. All right.